We welcome you to Blues Game Day Live. Darren Pang alongside Joe Vitale. Good to be back too, Joe. I missed you, big fella, as we get set for Game 2.
Well, I missed you too, Darren. I missed the energy. John Kelly was yelling at me. Chris Kerber was yelling in my ear. I'm glad we got a nice tone to your voice and a good smile to your face. It's good to have you back.
Thanks, big boy. And Game 2, we saw what happened in Game 1. It's going to be a series of adjustments. What do you think the Blues have to do for Game 2?
Well, I mean, the biggest thing for me is you got to manage the puck better. And I think that, it's a very loaded comment because there's so much that goes into managing the puck better. Something Craig Berube talked about yesterday, support on pucks. And I think that's an important thing. I had a coach once tell me, you can't chase two rabbits. And I think the Blues, when you're chasing the game, you're thinking ahead of the play. Let me just give you an example. In the D zone, if there's a one-on-one battle, you're kind of thinking, if my player wins this battle, I'm going to get going the other way, and I'm going to pick up that puck and go. But you got to support the battle. You got to be 2-on-1 in battles all over the ice. I thought the Blues, when they were chasing that game, they were cheating maybe a little bit on the offense because you want to get those goals, and that always comes back to bites in the butt a little bit. But I think managing the puck is certainly an area that the Blues can be better in.
The phrase, and there's many phrases that get used, but direct plays. I mean, again, this time of the year, you're in the conference final. All the little details are usually perfected. The sticks in the lanes. There's not too much space to try to fire a puck between a guy's feet, underneath the sticks, especially a team like San Jose. I think they're really good at that T-intersect. I think they take away the middle of the ice extremely well. So direct plays, another factor?
I think so. Direct play. I mean, look at the power play. The Blues had one chance on that power play, and it got broken up because Vladdy was trying to go through that seam to David Perron. And you're right. The sticks, the lanes are there, and then they take them away. This time of the year, the teams, they just keep getting better.
They almost lure you into it.
They do. They do.
Suck you into that area, and then the stick's right there.
It's like the Darren Payne glove, like give it, take it away, But so those are one thing. Direct plays, when they're there, you got to make them. And sometimes, I mean, I'm watching from up top, Darren, I don't know what you saw, but sometimes the direct play's not there. I mean, I'm looking at the Timo Meier goal, the one that Colton Parayko turned that puck over by Couture. I looked at it, they freeze-framed it last night on a replay. There's nothing available. The Sharks are on top of everything. The middle, the far side, the strong side, it's all sealed off. Sometimes if you don't have that direct play, it's just a simple chip. It's just an aerial pass above everyone, get it out of the zone, and live to fight another day.
Everybody's under scrutiny, and certainly maybe a little bit of buzz were caught after Craig Berube talked a little bit about Vladdy Tarasenko, but I mean, as a head coach, you're watching the game, you see that player has a lot more to give, and I would expect a huge response from Vladdy Tarasenko. He's a proud guy. He's best when he drops his shoulder and drives hard at the net. He's best when he gets in on the forecheck early in the game and maybe gets a little bit of a hit in. I think he was just too far away from the net and maybe not wanted an easy game, but that's the game that he had in game number 1. He's got to get the nose dirty and make it really difficult for the defenseman of San Jose to cover him, to defend him.
Well, I agree. I think it's the ultimate catch-22 when you're looking at goal scorers. When they're feeling it and they're hot, they can just kind of hang around that offensive zone. The pucks just kind of find them, and the pucks are just going in. And I remember Vladdy in February and March, that's how he was playing, and that's how the goals he was scoring. Now when you're fighting a little bit, you got to find the extra gear. And Craig Berube did a good job, I think, calling him out and saying, hey, we need another level. Plays away from the puck. He said it needs to be harder away from the puck. If you don't know what that means, Darren, look what Jaden Schwartz did on the opening goal for Joel Edmondson. It's the beeline back check. You take away the Couture breakaway. Then about 10 seconds later, you're in the offensive zone. You get that drop pass from Vladdy. You throw it at the net. I thought it was Schwartz's goal, but he got the primary assist. Those are the plays away from the puck that are so important. Another thing Craig Berube said and what your thoughts on is, they asked him after the game, Jordan Binnington, going back with him in the third period. You're down by 3 goals. What's a goaltender's mindset when a coach goes back to you like that, and especially in a situation like that?
Well, he has shown ultimate confidence on him, and I think it's got nothing to do with Jake Allen and his ability to just go in the net and get 20 minutes or so in the game. I think it has to do with letting the other team know as well, we're not out of this. We're gonna keep pounding away here. And when it got to 5-3, I truly believed it was going to get to 5-4.
I did too.
But the other thing is, it was his first game ever playing in this building right here. It's a quaint building. The boards are quite alive, and I think for your first time, I think he just wanted to, figure things out for the full 60 minutes as well, and finish the game off with some positive imagery, and then get ready for the next game. He's been great at deleting everything that's happened his way. He's not just playing well. He is he's good. He is good, and I expect another good bounce back game. He is 8-2 after a loss in the regular season of the playoffs.
Yeah.
But for Craig Berube, I think he just looks at it and says, we're going to go at him in the third. They've got a 5-2 lead. I'm going to leave my goaltender in. He can figure things out. and we'll get ready for the next one.
Well, I think the Blues won the third period. I think if you looked at it, you go back with Jordan, Bozak gets that goal, you're back within 2. Robert Thomas had an unreal chance with about 3 minutes to go in that game.
Did.
That would have made it 1. So, you're always, this team, for whatever reason,
they don't go away.
They're always there. They're always right there knocking the doorstep. There's not one game.
I think the fans here felt it too.
I think so.
There was a little bit of a, whoa, okay.
Yeah.
Now, mind you, one team's leading 5-2 in the third period, so natural tendencies to be on your heels a little bit, or at least play a little bit more passively.
Yeah.
And then one team's on their toes, they got nothing left to lose. So it might be misleading a little bit, but I don't think it is. I think that's the way the Blues definitely want to play and begin this hockey game.
When I think the third periods have been a strength for them all postseason long. And, I think if one of the things that might be a part of that is just the physicality. They were physical against Winnipeg. They were physical against Dallas. I think, Darren, as you look at the physicality, I know you got, some players on top of your mind, but when you invest on those players, eventually over 60 minutes, that's going to wear on a team. I thought the Blues did a really good job being physical on their top-end guys.
Okay, let's go to that. Erik Karlsson, who's obviously one of the craftiest defensemen out there, but a slight guy. If you can get him in the crosshairs. I thought Brendan Dillon gave him a pass at one point, and he left him exposed. And I think it was Braden Shen or Sammy Blais that got in there and hit him. He was hit the most of any player on the ice. According to the NHL stats, he was hit 7 times, Erik Karlsson was. And Thomas Hertl, who was terrific in that game, was hit 6 times. So, as you said, anytime you get a chance, even when you're losing 5-2, 5-3, you can't just swing by a guy. You've got to go through a player.
You do, and I think it's hard to hit Karlsson too. I remember playing against him.
Slippery, huh?
He's slippery, but the biggest thing is you wonder why a guy like Ryan Suter doesn't get hit very much, or Karlsson doesn't get. They anticipate so well. They always anticipate before they get the puck. They know exactly where they're going with it. It's going to be tough hitting them throughout this series, but it's something I think that the St. Louis Blues need to keep doing.
Well, the boys are on the ice practicing right now. They're going to go for a little bit of skate in the morning. Here's the details here. Joe Vitale would be on the radio side alongside Chris Kerber. That's on the 50,000-watt blowtorch. It is called KMOX, and you keep bringing it to the people, pal. You guys are doing a great job. On NBC Sports Network, obviously the game is on there. 8 o'clock is the national call, and the post-game show, Bernie Federko, who turned 63 yesterday. Happy birthday to the Hall of Famer, Bernie Federko, and same with Colton Parayko. He didn't turn 63, but he's going to have 63 shots on goal tonight. Bernie Federko and John Kelly will have the post-game on Fox Sports Midwest. So following the game, tune into Fox Sports Midwest, and you can catch all the details right there. 8 o'clock local start in St. Louis. We look forward to it. This is Game 2 from San Jose. Joey, have a great day, big fella.
You too, Darren.
Okay, for Joe Vitale, I'm Darren Pang. Enjoy, everybody.